Hello, welcome to Box to Board, and today we are going to be looking at the Legend of the Five Rings role-playing game from FFG, and this is the new edition. So, beautiful book, lovely artwork, set in the mystical world of Rokugan, which is basically Japanese, sort of mystical Japan, and it's a very, very interesting book indeed. There's a good bit, the introduction contains loads of stuff about samurai society, how it functions, and how, the Bushido and those sort of bits and pieces. It's got a nice bit about what the different clans are like. You get a map, which is beautiful, and then there's a bit about how to play the game. Now you do need custom dice for this, although there's an app also available, and the custom dice are actually very good and very pretty as well, so they're well worth getting. They are beautiful things. The way it works is basically using those dice and the symbols. So this is something that's very, very similar to a lot of FFG games and how they play. So there's not, so it should be something that's quite familiar to you. There are differences, and we'll go into them another time. This is really just a flick through to let you see the book. So lots and lots of basic how to use rules, how to use opportunity, strife, what the different things mean, how characters work, skill ranks, and different things, and sort of trying to make sense of what is actually quite a rules rich game, but don't let that intimidate you. It goes into then how to create a character. Now, creating a character in this game is I would say is quite involved. So what you've got is 20 questions that help you, and find character sheets, and 20 question worksheet available. Now I came at this as a newbie to this. I have no experience of it at all, so I find it quite interesting how it works, the character generation, and we will do a video on this. But basically you're getting clans, and you pick out your clan, and they give you certain abilities or skills and status. You get this idea called ring, and ring is not, I can't really think of anything analogous to it in other games. It's a distinctive thing, and whenever we get a vid we'll go through it a bit more, but the gist of it is it's the approach almost to things, as well. It's not as simple as a skill, but you can use it then to roll some dice. You've got different families, and what you pick out your family, and that has an impact again, giving you buffs and bonuses and role playing opportunities. And then you get your schools and your role within or role. They go to a specific school and they get a set of skills that go with that, and this is really like a class kind of thing in most games, and there's a lot of schools, and each one, I think this is one of the things that stands out. There is a lot of depth to this. It's not a game that you're looking at and going, well, there's not much going on there. There's tons of depth, and I've been really impressed with just starting to pour over this book. Is really interesting. So you've got all these different things that the different schools can do, and then you get the idea of how do you stand out within your school. The idea of honour and glory. Who's your lord? What's your character's duty to them? What does your character long for? And there's these sets of questions that help you to flesh out your character, to develop them, and to make them into a whole kind of person in the game. And it is really interesting. Now, some of those are more significant than others in gameplay. Some are more significant in terms of roleplay. So you've got a bit about different heritages and things and bits and pieces that you can do, and experiences and disadvantages, all this kind of thing. tons of stuff, tons. And then we get into you know, the kind of situation where we can actually, these are the advantages you can get, these are the, you know, some of the things that you can do, and skill, and we start to, you know, there's tons of information here, and it is literally just working your way through all the advantages, then looking at disadvantages that can happen, and what they can do and what they can bring, and then looking at, should be coming up to it, yeah, looking at things, the skills. So skills, there's different skill groups: artisan, martial, scholar, social, and trade. 10 of Find 5s feature quite a lot in this game, and basically then you can see what the different bits can do. So you determine the skill group, determine the skill that you're going to use, and then determine the approach, and that's kind of a bit of a pattern, and there's tons about these different skills. There's literally loads of them. So there's loads and loads and loads of different skills. So, you know, martial skills, we've got a good sort of set again. The trade skills, we get more, and these just go on. Techniques are something that I'm trying to get my head around a little bit. So basically, these are bodies of knowledge and styles of swordplay, martial arts, and impersonation. In centuries since, these methods have been diligently passed down from sensei to students. So these are another sort of branch of things that they basically are special powers, almost, or skills that you can build up in different as you rank up your character, and they are, you know, again, a massive number, very well developed, and very well thought through, and these are, you know, really interesting to pour through, and then you've got, once you get to the end of all of that, you get some rituals, and you get some more, you know, there's a lot of stuff here. This is a well developed, rich game where you can play lots of different things. Equipment wise, we get the idea of buying, you know, things that you can buy and sell and what they do, and a bit about each of them and how they work and in the game. Armor, different qualities for different items, personal effects, what they can do, and all this kind of thing. And then we get a bit about different scenes and game sessions and things like that. So we've got we've got loads of stuff here to help your GM, and what is going on in game, which is quite nice. Then we get duels, which is another aspect of the game. Skirmishes, and we get rules for all kinds of different bits and pieces, which is great. So, you know, this is a lovely. I mean, but look at this book. This is the mass battles bit. I mean, an artwork is just awesome. I mean, it's just awesome. So there's a lot going on in this book. You got your GM bit, the obligatory sort of bit about it, and you know, the chapters, and again, you know, just gloriously beautiful, and lots of advice, lots of guidance, lots of tables and stuff to help as well. And then we get some NPCs, so you can sort of get an idea of templates and sample NPCs, which is lovely. And yeah, another sort of, there's a good body of them. And then we get our appendices, as you would expect. Nice to see an index. I've seen a couple of books where you don't have an index, only a few, mind you. And finally closing off. So that is Legends of Five Rings role-playing game. Impressions are, it is beautiful. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous, excuse me, book. There's a lot going on. This is a system that is well developed. The rules are there. Lots of detail. The theming of it is very good in book. I'm going to go through the rules a little bit more depth and detail soon, and spend a bit of time on them and just break them down and run some vids on that. But I've been really impressed with this, and it's it's a bit different. I think the thing is, it's a bit different to your normal fantasy hack and slash because of some of the aspects that are involved in it, which is kind of cool. I kind of like, but it's sort of close enough that a average role game party that maybe plays something like D&D wouldn't be too intimidated by. Still got aspects of going around in a party and trying to find things out. So very, very cool. And thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. We do a fair bit of role playing at the minute because it's a fair bit of unboxing, so you're more than welcome to watch. And have a great evening.